Hi Capricorn, welcome to your end of July 2022 general tarot reading. It's Raina here. You got your card, the devil. Well. What do you know? Okay. So the heart of the matter is the hangman. This is a card associated with Neptune, and that's no surprise because Neptune rules Pisces, and the theme of the hangman can sometimes be sacrificing oneself for something else, maybe for something that you consider to be greater than yourself. But this card can also feel like you are in this no man's land where you are swinging in the breeze, or what's that phrase that they call where you're kind of being not hung out to dry, but I never can think of that phrase, but in limbo, like you're kind of it's not hanging in limbo though, but you're, I don't know. Oh, when I can't think of the exact phrase, it drives me crazy. But you know what I mean, when you feel like you're in limbo. And this, let me look at the past position here. This is the Four of Cups in the past position, and that feeling of dissatisfaction that's so clear on this person's face. That can feel like unhappiness within a relationship that you thought was going to make you happy, and therefore maybe you have taken action to end, let's say, like a marriage, for instance. And in that process, the reason that people do these things is because they're hoping to be able to find happiness within themselves. And there might be this holding pattern with the hangman that prevents you from doing so for some reason. Or even a job. Oh, this could totally be a job. But the reason I'm making it more about relationships is the card is the higher message. But with work matters for sure. For instance, if you are unhappy with your job, but maybe you've applied somewhere else and you haven't heard back, or they have promised you a job somewhere else, but it's always kind of like postponed, and you feel like you're getting jerked around and you're not quite sure. So you're in this in-between state. And I don't think that this is really that uncommon. I think that this happens in life. And how do we navigate these times when we don't feel like we're, making forward progress? Like we're just kind of spinning our wheels, or, we feel like we are waiting for something to happen. I think, the Four of Cups provides information. You know that you're unhappy with something. But you have to realize that if somebody is promising you something and never delivering, you should definitely be careful that you're not being strung along, because that when somebody is unhappy, they're very vulnerable to something like that, because somebody's promising them that life is going to be so great and they're going to have this perfect job or this perfect relationship. Because I look at the higher message and it's the Two of Cups, and this is a card of commitment, a card of reuniting with someone. So I wonder if that is what is going on for some of you, and somebody is promising you that and they haven't delivered it. So if you fall in love with somebody who is married and who says, oh, we're sleeping in different beds. We're not even, it's just because of the kids that we're together. That's like the cliche, but you would be surprised that that is still being used to this day. And it can be 100% true in some cases. But really, if somebody says that they're unhappy, but they won't leave that situation, they may be telling the truth if they don't want to upset their children's lives and things like that. But you can't really trust someone who is not taking that action, because it's so easy for them to have their cake and eat it too. I mean, when you really, get right down to it. So the point that I'm making is that you do hold the key. And the same thing applies to anyone who is promising you a job and is not delivering that job, is that you hold the key. You can cut your, I don't know if I call it rope, but you can take yourself down from that suspension that you're in, where you're hanging, and you can move on with your life if you want to. Because your dissatisfaction may just make you feel, Capricorn, like you want to do anything that will get you away from that situation, but it might not be as easy as it sounds. And also, I think with the higher message, with the Two of Cups, is what you're looking for is that relationship. So if somebody is promising you the fantasy of a relationship but not delivering it, that's not good enough. What crosses you is the devil. The devil keeps people ensnared in, I wish I could hold it up. Oh my God. The devil keeps people ensnared in their lower carnal nature. And so, of course, we can talk about sexual matters. By the way, I pulled this card the other day and I said, what is he holding in his hand? And then I realized it was a human being that was like a marionette. He was like the puppet master. So, lust is an example of that, but also greed. And so if you're unhappy in your job, but you make a lot of money, you may be tempted to do something you might be tempted to stay in a job, but you have to, with the Four of Cups, that is a lower vibration. If you are dissatisfied, if you feel blah, if you don't feel inspired in your life, don't settle for that emotion in exchange for money. Or if it's like a relationship, a marriage where your partner makes a lot of money and you are someone who has a nice lifestyle, how do you feel? You can live in a studio apartment and feel like $1,000,000 because you have that positivity at all times. It's not about living in this exclusive area and all of this stuff. Those are trappings. Isn't it interesting that we talk about the trappings of success, and they're traps if they're not accompanied by emotional resonance. What is coming in is the Five of Swords. This can be a situation where you find out, maybe this are the flying monkeys. If you know about narcissism, that's another thing too, that the devil card I often see as a narcissist in the person's life that is really maybe playing with your mind. This person can give you this idea that they've changed. And so, yeah, I mean, maybe that's what is happening, is that if you have an on-again, off-again relationship with someone and the reunion is always wonderful, and then you go back into the hell. Realize that this person is deceptive, that they are two-faced, they're not who they say that they are. There might be flying monkeys, which means people who are kind of like spies. They could be family members, they could be co-workers that are trying to help this narcissist um, with information about you. So I'm not saying that to make you paranoid, but to have you really tune into whatever the situation is with the hangman, so that you are aware that the people that you confide in, the people that you trust, are really people that have your back, not that are willing to stab you in it. That's an important distinction. The outcome is the Empress card, which is really a great card for an earth sign like Capricorn. This is the earth god. I was going to say the earth mother, the earth mother, the earth goddess, the divine feminine. This is a card of love, creativity, and abundance. And what I feel like is that you embody this. You possess this, Capricorn. This is you. So you don't need to have a begging bowl and asking somebody to love you, or asking somebody to give you money because you can't earn it on your own, or you don't have enough. You have all of this within yourself. It almost reminds me of the Magician card. But you embody this. So start living from that perspective rather than from the lack consciousness. I think that the devil, Saturn, your ruler, that sounds a lot like Satan, doesn't it? Saturn, and I don't think that Saturn is all bad, but one of the things about Saturn is that there can be a pessimism. There can be this tendency to see the pitfalls over the possibilities. And it's up to you to be that creative force of birthing something. Now, this could be some kind of a business. This could be a relationship which is supportive of you. If you want to become a parent, this is the kind of quality person that you have to cultivate or bring into your life by cultivating a life that will lead to that. But you see, the Four of Cups is like living that dissatisfied life and expecting everything to fall into place. How can that happen? You have to be in a feeling state that is more positive than negative in order to feel that your life is moving in the right direction. I mean, it's only common sense. So embodying what the Empress is all about. And I feel like maybe some things are going to show up for you that represent what the Empress is all about, is the order of the day. So anyway, I hope that this resonated, Capricorn. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.